Place your feet on the floor, hip width apart. And remember that you can turn off your camera at any time. And apparently you can unmute yourself at any time as well. I always love to hear from you. So if you have something to say, go ahead and say it. Ask a question, whatever you need. Settle your eyes closed. Was just teaching some yoga teachers this morning how to teach on Zoom, or how to teach in the new online space. And we were talking about this interesting issue of how it's so much more difficult to find your way into your body and your practice in the digital space. But at the same time, I also think it's a really good practice. So just go through your tools again. This is your snack. This is your daily or bi-weekly or weekly or whatever, your nervous system body snack. So how do you get here? How do you make the most of it? Close your eyes. Deepen your breath. In and out through your nose. Gently. Hunt through your body to see where the tension lives. Check in with your feet, your ankles, your toes, tops of your feet. Sometimes I find myself holding with my toes. I had a COVID dream last night that there was a lion pushing on our door and I was holding one of his toes and trying to push him out with one of his toes. So toes are on my brain. See if you've got any tension behind your knees. Continue to let your breath just roam through your body like a little detective. Do you have any tension in your upper legs? Can you just puddle those muscles? Big muscles. Can you just release them and puddle them? And then just keep that gentle investigation going. Belly, pelvic floor, any holding there? What does it even feel like to have muscles that are holding? Can you figure that out in your own body? It's really important so you can give them the chance to rest. We don't want to be working all the time. Your lungs knows that, your autonomic nervous system knows that. There's a rest in between the inhale and the exhale. Sometimes it just gets turned on. Our sympathetic nervous system gets turned on and your body can't shut it off. So keep searching for more tension through your chest, little muscles of your intercostals, belly muscles, all those layers of belly muscles, all facing in different directions, holding you up, allowing you to twist. Just breathe softly into your belly and let that just soften everything. Swallow gently, soften your throat. And let your jaw sag as if your whole jaw is just kind of going down towards the floor. Remember that image of eating a sandwich? The whole jaw can just drop. Search for tension around your lips, tons of tiny little muscles around there. See if you can let them all go. You may feel a little bit of tingling when you let them go. We hardly ever let those ones go. Muscles around your eyes. Can you let them go too? Just release, soften, and your eyes almost go like, they get bigger. Bigger and softer, and they move a little bit forward. Your forehead gets soft and open. And that's another one that we almost never release. We humans think that we can solve the problems of the world by bringing our eyebrows closer together. I don't know why that is. It doesn't work. And let your eyebrows slide outwards. Smooth out your forehead. And now let your breath and your attention come back to your shoulders and just give each one a little wiggle. You know how we do that kayaking? You can do a little bit of kayaking in both ways. Just give them a tiny wiggle. Notice what they're connected to. Notice what you are using to move them. Are you using arm muscles, belly muscles, back muscles, shoulder muscles? And then release them heavy towards the chair. Take a breath and feel your breath fill your whole body. Your whole body moves a tiny bit in and out. Take a deep breath. Inhale your shoulders up. Right up into the emergency zone. Stretch out the muscles of your back. Stretch, stretch, stretch really high. We did this a little bit yesterday, so you should feel a little bit of echoes from that, and then exhale. Yesterday we just dropped them. Let's start by slowly letting them come down, more like they're an elevator, all the way down your back. Imagine if I was behind you and I had my fingers, one in on each of your shoulder blades. Inhale them up and exhale them down. So this is lung capacity exercise. Inhale, make the torso big. Inhale, big, all the way up. Imagine you're pushing my fingers right up to the ceiling. You can even bring your fingers to your shoulders if you like, and exhale down. One more. Elevator goes slowly up with control. And exhale down. Okay, take your hands and just give yourself a little shoulder massage, exploring the rotator cuff muscles. Rotator cuff muscles are not all the muscles of your shoulders. They just happen to be 4 muscles that we talk about a fair amount because they do primarily cause a rotation of the shoulders. And there's 4 of them, mainly, or 4 that we usually think about. And they cover, so just see if you can touch the back of your shoulder blade. They cover the back of your shoulder blade and the front of your shoulder blade. So that's actually, they sandwich that shoulder blade bone. And then there's a little one called teres minor here, which is at the back. And then there's one called supraspinatus, which is on the top here, kind of sits in the ridge of your shoulder blade. You can touch it by touching. It's kind of that soft part, you know, that part that you always need a massage on going into your neck. That is one of your rotator cuffs. So just feel them both sides. You can't touch all 4 of them. It's pretty hard to touch the one that's inside, that's sandwiching your shoulder blade, but you can touch the other 3. And then come back, hands on your lap, and then inhale your shoulders up. Now this time, exhale through your mouth and drop them down like we did yesterday. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale them up. Exhale, drop them down. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, drop them heavy down. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, drop them down. You can extend your legs and forward fold here if you like. 2 more, inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, inhale up. Exhale down. Come back up to seated. Muscles of your belly work here. Settle your shoulders. Bring your feet underneath your knees. Spread your toes on the floor. And let's go smoothly into a sun salute. We'll just do 3 today. Inhale overhead. We'd like you to notice where your shoulder blades are all the time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Rotator cuffs, moving all the time. Every time your shoulder moves, it's almost always rotating a little bit. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, curl your head. Inhale, long spine. Drop your shoulders. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, belly button forward. Exhale, belly button back. Feel your right toes on the floor, lift your left knee up. Exhale, curl your spine. Inhale up. We're going to forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Notice those shoulder blades, they come up. If you've ever been a swimmer, you notice that movement of the butterfly stroke. The shoulder blades come up and over. Now they come down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Notice your rotator cuff muscles here as you lift your shoulders up to the sky. And exhale, neutral. Rotator cuffs all over the place there. Let's do the other side. Inhale, overhead. This is such a gentle little exercise, this seated sun salute. You can bring it into your day anytime. You do this 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, anytime you're sitting down. Exhale, fold. Get your kids to do it with you. That's what I do. Inhale, long spine. Or your parents. Exhale, fold. I've got both today. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, neutral spine. Inhale, bring your belly button through. Warms up your whole body. Exhale, back. You can use it before you go for a walk. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, fold before you do any kind of a workout. Even if it's just the thing that gets you up off the couch. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Sometimes you just need a little routine to get you off the couch. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Movement on the breath. Inhale, overhead. Exhale. Beautiful, everyone. Exhale, neutral. That's one. Gorgeous. Take a breath. Let's extend our feet in front of us. I'm going to move forward a little bit to the edge of my chair. Extend my legs for a more vigorous variation. I'm actually going to point my feet so that I get a stretch on the top of my feet. And here we go. Inhale, overhead, a little faster. Fill up your torso. Exhale, fold. Full breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right knee in. Lengthen your spine. Balance on your chair. Exhale, curl. Strong rotator cuffs here. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, neutral. Hands on knees. Inhale, grab the floor with your toes. Inhale your belly button forward. Stretch your throat. Open up the front body. Exhale, close the front body. Inhale, left knee up. You literally cannot do exhale, hinge. Too much hinging of your spine, as long as you do it gently. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, extend your legs in front of you, unless you have an injury, of course. Forward fold. Inhale, long spine. But even those people, even people with a disc or recovering from a disc surgery or anything like that, can do this stuff very gently. Inhale, overhead, concentrating on stabilizing with the abdominal muscles. Here we go, left side. Inhale, overhead. Dive forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale your left knee in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, lengthen, drop your shoulders, rotator cuffs. Exhale, neutral pose. Really think about your neutral pose. Fingertips alive on your knees. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Right knee this time. Inhale it up. Exhale, curl. Inhale long. And I'm going to show you a variation that Kara showed me the other day. Exhale, straighten your legs, fold forward. Kara interlaced her fingers on the top of her head for the next part. Gives you a little weight, so you really use your belly. Inhale, long spine. Love this variation. Exhale, fold. You can even keep them there if you like, and then inhale your way up. So if you're looking for belly toning, exhale, take a breath. Last sun salute. I'll do the one on the chair with the lunges. So I'll move back even a little bit more. So I'm running into my other chair. Here we go. Last one. Inhale overhead. Exhale, forward fold. You can probably even bring your hands to the back of your head there. Helps with your forward fold as well. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, really, really kicks in those belly muscles. Exhale, fold. Inhale, turn right or snuggle your right knee up to your chest. Exhale, curl down. I'm in my right foot forward lunge here. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, turn sideways, leave your right knee where it is. Plant your fingers on your knees. Inhale, torso forward, open the front body. Exhale, torso back, close the front body, open the back body. Inhale, left knee up or twist left. Exhale, down into that lunge. Big inhale. Crown of your head extends towards your ceiling. Come back to center. Extend your legs long in one smooth move. Long breath, forward fold. Big inhale. Interlace your fingers if you like. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale overhead. Exhale, relax. Here we go. Second side. Inhale overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Use those back muscles, use the belly muscles, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, smooth turn to the left or pull your left knee in. Exhale, drop down into your lunge or curl your forehead towards your knee. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, turn to face me. Keep your left knee where it is. Spread your right knee out in goddess pose. Exhale. Inhale, toes on the floor. Bring your chest forward. Delicious stretch of the front body. Exhale, delicious stretch of the back body. Inhale, twist right. Extend your left leg behind you or pull your right knee up to your chest. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, back to center. Extend your legs. Take the hand position that you like and forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, neutral. Bend your knees. Rest here. Drop your fingertips towards the floor. Take a breath. Flutter your eyes gently open. And let's bring our shoulders together in the front and shoulders together in the back. Can you move your whole arm if you like, just getting warmed up, bring them together. So you're basically doing cat pose and cow pose and cat pose. I think we even did this yesterday. Can't remember. 2 more. Rotator cuff muscles moving. And now we're going to take cat pose, interlace your fingers and push your palms towards me, pull your belly button towards the back of your chair. Hold and breathe. Push your palms towards me, pull your belly button towards the back of the chair, really stretching out the back body. Take 2 more breaths. Release. Interlace your fingers behind you and pull your chest forward towards me. Push your hands towards the back of the chair. So if you can't interlace your fingers, you can grab elbows, lift your chest, or hold on to the back of your chair is another option. Take a few breaths here. This is cow pose. 1 more breath. Lift your chest. Rotator cuff muscles working hard here. Last breath. On your next exhale, come back into cat pose with your arms, fingers clasped. Exhale your hands forward, interlace your fingers. Exhale all the way, pull your belly button back, push your palms towards me. Mindful, meaningful movement of your rotator cuff muscles. Take 2 breaths here. With each exhale, pull your belly button towards the back of the chair. Push your palms towards me. Take an inhale all together. Exhale, open your arms, bring them behind you to the back of your chair, interlace them, whatever works for you, and open your chest to the ceiling. Lift your chin, cow pose. Take a few breaths. One more breath. Take a deep inhale together. Everyone inhale through your nose. Exhale, release your hands to your knees and just settle your shoulders. Notice the shoulders, shoulder muscles on the right side, shoulder muscles on the left side. Take a breath into your shoulders. Just let them move slightly. Notice how they move up a little and out a little. 1 more. You can take your fingertips to your shoulders if you don't feel that. Inhale. They move out and up. Gather one arm in front of you and pull your shoulder across. So this movement here, this really brings the rotator cuffs to the front of your body, really. Brings the back rotator cuffs forward. Squeeze, squeeze with your other arm. Keep twisting, keep twisting, keep twisting. Take a breath. And then on an exhale, your own time. Open out, eagle arms, big, wide, flappy eagle arms, and then other side. Gather the other arm across. Breathe deeply and keep twisting, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Twist, twist, breathe. 1 more. Come back to center. Drop your fingertips towards the floor. Begin to make some circles with your deltoid. Your deltoid muscle is not a rotator cuff, but it's that kind of bulgy muscle on the outside of your shoulder. Begin to make circles as if you had a crayon kind of sticking out of your shoulder. Circles one way, circles the other way. Last breath. Just warming up before we go down into some myofascial release. Okay, so we're going to do some myofascial release for the rotator cuffs. This is best done on the floor or on the wall. We've done that before on the wall. You can do it in your chair. It also depends on your chair. If you're in your chair, sometimes a big ball like this is actually most helpful. My chair back is really far back there, so it's a bit difficult, but you can, if you have a big ball like this, you can do lots of work like this. You can also just use your little ball and put it right behind your shoulder blade on the back of your chair. So it really depends. You have to have a high chair back. You just put it right in the middle of your shoulder blade. So your shoulder blade is like a triangle. And we put it smack dab in the middle. It'll make you go, and then you just start to move your elbow. So of course you get a lot more weight if you do this on the floor, which we've done before. It's pretty easy. If the floor is accessible to you, you just place it here underneath that triangular bone, right in the middle. You let the rest of your body come down onto the floor, and then you just release as much weight onto it as you want to. And then you start to make these elbow circles. And you can wiggle around on the floor a little bit and see what happens as you move around on that big rotator cuff muscle. And here you'll probably get a little bit into your teres minor too, which is a little bit, that's the small one at the base. That's the most frequently torn rotator cuff muscle, apparently. So you'll probably feel lots of popping and cracking. And then move over to the other side. So if you're in your chair, you can also move over to the other side. If you're on the floor, you just move your whole body over until you feel it right in the middle of your shoulder blade, and then start making some circles with your elbow. And just explore, take your time. We have time today. Take your time exploring different spots of your own anatomy. So what happens here is these muscles, we're not really working the muscles here. We're actually working the fascial sheath, which is around the muscles. So we're working those. Sometimes there's adhesions. Well, almost always there are adhesions. So in your chair, it looks like this. You're leaning back against the ball, and you're making some movements with your elbow. You can get pretty good sensation in the chair if your chair back is high enough. If you're on the wall, you're leaning against the wall, same as your chair. Last breath, and you can feel that those are the same muscles and the same fascia that we just stretched. Last breath here. Grab your ball and put it aside. We may go back to that if we have time. Now we're going to come into this, I call it Pinocchio stretch. It's the best stretch that I know for the shoulder blades. Grab your right wrist with your left arm and just start moving that shoulder blade around. So the muscles of the rotator cuff are basically concentrated around your shoulder blade. So that's why we're going to move the shoulder blade. So don't think of this as a yoga pose or anything like that. Just think of it as like a puppet on a string. That's why Pinocchio. So this is the string. Your right arm is the string. Your left arm is the puppet master. And your right shoulder blade is the puppet. And you're moving it just gently around, moving it around in the fascia. All these four muscles, moving them around. Just explore your whole range of motion here. We're not stretching anything. We're just moving. Just warming stuff up, investigating. Then we can take a stretch. So we've done this lots of times before. Pull your right wrist away from your shoulder blade and away from your back and away from your head, as if you're going over a big, huge beach ball here in your lap. And then once you get there, take a huge breath into your right side. You'll move your ribs and you'll feel the stretch deepen. Try not to release here. You might be fatigued, but if you can, drag your right hand up towards the ceiling. Drag, drag, drag. I'm quite tired in my left arm, but I'm still trying to push my right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Don't use your body for this. Just use your arm and then release and shake out your hands. Shake out your shoulders. Flick your fingers forward a little bit. We're just looking for that unimpeded movement of the shoulder blades. We want no adhesions there. We just want it to be very slidey and glidey. Let's do the other arm. And you don't even have to go up too high here. This can be such a gentle movement. Just grab your left wrist and just imagine that you're a puppet master and you have this shoulder blade and you're trying to make it do stuff. You're trying to make it dance. You're trying to move it in as many different directions as you can, but just softly. Just getting into those muscles that we just warmed up with the ball, right? We just got into the fascia and the muscles there. So we want to just give them some gentle movement just to coax them out of their adhesions a little bit. And now we're going to start the stretch. Pull on your left wrist with your right hand over a beach ball. Give it your all. Pull your belly button back towards the back of your chair. Go over that big beach ball. Use some muscle in your right arm. Your right arm's going to get fatigued. Keep pulling, and now go up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Go up towards the ceiling. Pull your left bum cheek right off your chair. Drop your hands. Exhale through your mouth. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale through your mouth. 1 more. Really release your hands on this. Inhale, overhead. You can even forward fold if you like. Soften everything. Take a breath. Okay, let's go to the front of the shoulders now. I think we have time. If you've been doing this on the wall, this works really well on the wall. I think that we have actually done this on the wall before. We're doing the front of the shoulder here. It's actually the deltoid and the pec. It's the other side of the shoulder, but I think it's worth doing, even though we're doing rotator cuffs. This is not on your rotator cuff. So if you're on the floor, I'll show it on this side because it's easier to see. If you're on the floor, it just goes under the kind of bally part of your shoulder, and you just lay on the ball, and then you start moving around a little bit. So you need to move the ball. It's not quite as obvious as the other one. The one on your back is pretty obvious. You'll go to a place and you'll be like, oh. But here you have to move. So this is really hard to do in the chair, but it's possible. You just have to hold the ball in, twist and wiggle. So it's the same as we do on our neck. Push the ball in deeply, twist and wiggle side to side. You'll feel it in there. Push it in, twist and wiggle. All around the head of your shoulder. You'll feel some stuff. You'll feel your collarbone coming in. Shoulders are such an amazing joint. So do both sides, whether you're on the floor or whether you're at the wall or whether you're at the chair. If you don't have a ball, you can be just massaging. Take 2 more breaths. Keep your breath long and deep here. See what you can find, especially if you're just sitting in your chair. See if you can really dig your ball in, twist it, and find something new. I'm teaching rotator cuff anatomy lately, and I've been doing some research. And believe me, you do not want rotator cuff surgery. You can avoid it. avoid it. Do this every day if you have to. All right, release your ball. Slide to the front of your chair if you've gone to the back of your chair. And let's do eagle pose. We can do full eagle pose standing or just seated. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring your right arm under your left. You can come to a hug if you like. Or find your eagle pose, backs of your hands together or fronts of your hands together. Doesn't really matter. It's really where you are at. Doesn't really matter where you bring your body. What matters is how your body feels after you get there. So begin to move a little bit in whatever position you're in. And just notice popping, cracking. You can see how this is a full rotator cuff stretch. If you have rotator cuff sensitivities or if your arms tend to pop out, then this is a pose to take in hug, because you don't want to be torquing the bones here and have one pop out. You need to get your arms strong in the hug position first and then come to eagle pose. Move your elbows up and down a little. If you want, you can take right leg up and over and come to nested eagle. Squeeze everything together. Take a big breath. Open up like a soft eagle or a jellyfish. And then other side. Left arm comes under. Wrap. Inhale up. Exhale down. If you want to take the full pose, left knee comes up and over. Close your eyes. Softly move your arms up and down. We're looking for a lack of adhesion here. So there might be some popping and cracking. But notice if you've got some slightly smoother movement than you had going into this. You definitely feel some tingling. Open your arms wide for eagle. This is like open eagle pose. And then exhale, forward fold. And just let your shoulders relax down forward. Breathe into the back of your rib cage and into your shoulder blades. Let them just soften and relax. How much oxygen can you send their way? They won't get as much oxygen if they're not soft, so soften them up. Feel them move on your breath. They move a little bit out like angel wings. One more breath cycle. And now, without moving out of forward fold, move your shoulder blades down your back towards your jeans pockets. Imagine you're wearing jeans. Maybe you are wearing jeans. Move your shoulder blades all the way down. Another way to explain that is move your shoulders away from your ears. And now come up to seated. And then once you get up there, settle your shoulders again. Take a couple of rolls if that feels good. Take a couple of kayaks if that feels right. Bring your feet back under your knees. Snuggle your way back onto the chair so that you feel something behind your knees. If you are standing, make your way towards the floor. And deepen your breath. Bring your fingertips to your collarbones. So your collarbones are directly connected to your shoulder. It's part of your shoulder joint. Shoulder joint is made up of your humerus, which is your arm bone, and your shoulder blade, and your collarbone, which is your fingertips are on it right now. And let's do a few little collarbone smiles. So open your collarbones. They're very mobile, your collarbones. Really what you're doing is moving your elbows. Move them out, move them in. Notice your collarbones moving. They have a surprising amount of movement. Move them in and then smile them out like the edges of a smile. Last time, inhale them together, elbows come together, exhale them apart. Let your hands come down, palms up on your knees. And your shoulders should be as far apart as they can get now. No tension between the shoulder blades, and then sense and see if you've got one shoulder higher than the other. It's hard to tell unless you can see yourself in your screen. It's hard to tell. Let's see if you have them asymmetrical. If you can, just adjust them. I know which one of my shoulders is always higher, so I just have to give it a little tweak. Deepen your breath, close your eyes. Notice the way your shoulders feel. When we talk about the shoulder girdle, and it is like a girdle. It's like a collection of stuff. And it's almost like balanced across your spine. Let your whole shoulder girdle be heavy. Each one of your shoulders is directly above your hips. That's called the hip girdle. I'm just thinking how happy I am that we don't have to wear girdles. And then come back to that super soft body that we had at the beginning of practice. Soften your bum cheeks. Soften your leg muscles. Soften your ankles and your toes. Soften your knees. Soften your torso. Soften your fingers and palms. Notice your neck. Can you soften that as well? It's part of your shoulder girdle as well. See if you can soften all the strappy muscles of your neck. Remember that hot fudge sundae image? Just let the hot fudge just roll down, ripple down over top of you. Soften your cheekbones, soften your eye sockets. We talked about that at the beginning as well. Release your lips. Just come back to that really soft face. Can you just have that soft face always? Notice any tingling in your face, shoulders, neck. Soften your scalp. How about those eyebrows? Slide them outward. And then once your whole body is soft and open, notice the soft, open quality of your breath. Begin to liven up your shoulder girdles again. Notice as you deepen your breath that your shoulder girdles start to move a little. And then send energy down to your fingertips. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wiggle your neck. Just enjoy this new body, even if it's just for a little while. Just enjoy this new softness. See if you can keep the softness in your face, in the pelvic floor, wherever you may feel a little softer in your shoulders. Flutter your eyes open. Put a smile in your eyes, a smile on your face. Thanks so much, everyone. Good to see you today.